All right, we're going to begin our lesson about writing equations. I'm going to do a couple notes and give you some examples, so feel free to pause and practice as you like. Okay. What you do not finish, or what we don't finish in the notes is what you'll do in class. Okay. The equation of a line is y equals mx plus b. Okay, that's the slope-intercept form for the equation of a line. So this first box is just straight up asking you, okay, do you know that slope stands for m, okay, and that your y-intercept is represented with the letter b. Okay. So can you substitute and simplify an equation? So for example, we'll have y equals, and my slope, they told me, is 5. So this will be 5. Okay. X is a variable, y'all. X is not a slope. It is a variable. Okay. And they said my y-intercept is 2. So that's plus 2. And there's my equation of a line. If I have a slope of 0, okay, same idea. I'm going to write y equals. I'm going to have 0, x, and that's going to be plus 3. Now, what is anything times 0? 0. So when it says simplify the equation, that's what it means. This is just going to be y equals 3. You're responsible to finish the other examples. I'm just giving you a jumping off point. We can also write the equation of a line from a graph. Okay. So, given a graph, we want to find 2 good points to find the slope. Okay, 2 good points means they perfectly cross. So I'm going to use this y-intercept, and I think I'm going to use this point up here that looks pretty darn close. So this is up 4 and over 5. Okay, is what my eye sees. So my slope is 4 over 5. Okay, because I count rise over run, that's what slope represents. So this is y equals 4/5 x. And then my y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. That's at 2. So again, here we'll find our next perfect point. I'll choose my y-intercept and I'll choose my x-intercept. Those are pretty perfect. So that's up 2 and over 3. So my slope is 2/3. We found my y-intercept to be -2. And if I substitute that, that's y equals mx plus b. My b value happens to be negative. Okay. Couple more examples here to push you along. Find 2 perfect points. Here's my y-intercept. This guy right here is pretty perfect. That's down 1, 2, 3. That's down 3 and over 1. Okay. So rise over run, or you can fall and run. So -3 is my slope. Again, my y-intercept is where it crosses that y-axis. That's at 2. And we substitute that into our y equals mx plus b. All right. One more so I can at least say I'm doing half of each of your problems here. Okay. Again, find 2 perfect points. There's one right there. Here's another. 2 over 1, so my slope is 2. My y-intercept is where it crosses that y-axis. And we have y equals mx plus b. If my y-intercept is 0, it's not necessary to write it. We could simplify this and write y equals 2x. Try those bottom few. And let's continue these examples. Hold my paper over so I have room here. All right, well, can we write an equation of a line given m and a point? Okay, so substitute the slope and the point and solve for b. So again, kind of a middle school-ish topic here. Okay, we have our slope. We're going to take our point. Okay, And we're trying to solve for b using that point there. So, okay, we have y equals mx plus b. My m is 2. I don't know my b value, that's what I'm solving for, but it did give me a point. Okay, let's remind ourselves that this is an x comma y, okay, just like it did in our notes up here. So this is going to be 2 equals 3. So that's 3 equals 4 plus b. So negative 1 equals my b value. So if I write this, that's 2y equals 2x minus 1. All done. Okay. Here, number 15, my slope is a negative 2. Okay. So we'll say y equals mx plus b. So we don't even need that y equals my fault. My slope is negative 2. I'm trying to find my b value. So we'll substitute in our point. This is negative 5 and 3. So 3 equals 10 plus b. If I subtract, that's negative 7 equals b. So if we clean this up, negative 2x minus 7 is my y-intercept there. Couple more examples. So we're going to get negative 2 equals a negative 1/2 plus b. So if I add a half, we'll say negative 2 plus 0.5, negative 1.5 is equal to b. So y equals 1/2 is my slope, x, and then you can say minus 1.5, or you can write that as a fraction as 3/2. Whatever works for you. Okay. All right, here we are still going to write y equals mx plus b. Finish up this last example for you. Substitute in our slope. We're trying to solve for that b value. My x is 3. My y is 0. So 0 equals 9 plus b. So that's negative 9 equals b. So y equals 9 x minus b. Okay, so which is, oops, I flip-flopped those. I'm really sorry. This is supposed to be a 3 for my slope, but I multiplied those. I got a little bit ahead of myself. 3x minus 9. Okay. Again, finish these examples up as practice. And let's finish this set of examples with writing an equation of a line given 2 points. So again, we'll use our slope formula. We got to find slope. If you did not remember, your slope formula is y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. We'll find it between those 2 points. We'll pick a point and do exactly what we did back up top. Okay? So off to the side here, I'm going to label this, just so we remember, this is x1 and y1, x2 and y2. So we'll say 5 minus 3 all over 4 minus 2. That's going to give us 2 over 2, which is 1. So my slope is 1. So we'll say y equals mx plus b. So again, my slope we just found is 1. We don't know my y-intercept. And I can pick either of these points. I'll just pick the first one, 2, 3. So 3 equals 2 plus b. 1 equals b. So we can write y equals 1 x plus 1. Okay, there's the equation of my line. I'll do 24 and let you practice the others. Again, we have 2 points, so we need to find that slope. So we'll use the slope formula. 4 minus 3 all over 2 minus 1. That's 1 over 1. So again, a slope of 1. So y equals mx plus b. So this is a slope of 1. We're trying to find that b value. And again, I'll just substitute in this first point. Why not? Okay. 2, 3. So 3 equals 2 plus b. So 1 equals b. Y equals 1x plus 1. So if I start with the same point, these 4 points must be on the same line. We got the same equation with the same slope. Okay. Finish these examples up as practice. And then you also have a practice page of just writing linear functions here to give it a whirl. Okay. Let's do the evens on this page. Let's do the evens on this page. So finish up your notes and work on the evens front and back. Your next video is going to be on parallel and perpendicular lines.